on Google Map, this place is called Killing Field Siem Reap. However, the location was a little bit off on Google Map. I've already uploaded a new photo to guide you guys on how it looks like on the outside. So I actually went past all the way to somewhere that doesn't even really exist. So on the outside, it says that it's a genocide museum, but with the locals, people know this place as a killing fields. So if you have been to the Tuan Sen Museum in Phnom Penh, you should come here. You can come here for like the part 2 to learn a bit more about the history. Once you arrive at the main road, just come in and turn to your left. This is a ticketing counter where you can get your ticket. For adults it's $3. For kids under 12 years old is free. This museum is built by the daughter of a monk called Mr. Lim Sarum. So during the Khmer Rouge regime, you are being forced out of your land, and those who didn't want to do that, they are killed on the street, and even women who has to give birth have to give birth on the road, and elderly and patients who are very sick, those who cannot move, right, they'll just die in that land. And Khmer Rouge don't like, they are not a fan of Buddhism, so anyone who is a Buddhism will be killed. So he stopped being a monk, and yeah, he was forced to work. And everyone who was a prisoner, right, their legs will be tied up. I'm not sure if you can see this. All these stories are being painted on the canvas. So I can see that there was one Khmer Rouge soldier. I think he's like raping the woman or something because she has like a hair. So all their legs are being tied up. You can't escape. And like if they find that you're a betrayer, they will tie your leg and they will tie a steel metal to your neck. They have various forms of torture. One is they cover your head with plastic bag until you become unconscious. If you're unlucky, they will shoot you in the head. If you're lucky, when you're unconscious, right, they'll just pour water on you to make you wake up again, and they will interrogate you. Some of the other torture is that they will use a petroleum tin can and they'll put you inside and they'll just like keep heating the tin can until, and during a very hot day, and you become unconscious and you will faint, and some people will actually die in it. So these are the kind of tortures that he saw, and some people try to escape. So they'll say that they need to shit, and they'll go outside, and the soldiers have to uncuff them. So while they pretend to be shitting, some of them try to jump into a pond. However, the guards will just shoot their guns inside the pond. And so these two people who are caught, they are still being caught. This is the most gruesome part. So if you're being caught, right, they will tie you up against a tree. They will put a hole in your heels, and they will put a wire. I'm not sure if a wire or rope. They'll put a wire or rope into your leg and hang you on a tree. Tie your hands, and they will just whip you until you die. Fuck! Oh my god. Okay. So he actually really wanted to die. He was about to be killed the next day, and asked his prisoner friends to kill him. But his prisoner friends says that they don't want to kill people, they can't do it. He doesn't want to be slaughtered by the Khmer Rouge soldiers. And he was just very lucky that there wasn't enough grave the next day and he didn't get to die. So one of the captains said that those who commit minor offense, let them go so that they can contribute to the labor force. Because of that, he's alive. And I love that their history is a lot more accurate here than the Tuan Sen Museum. I'm learning a lot more, even though this is the first museum. So because thanks to the Vietnamese soldiers, right, Khmer Rouge was being toppled. So they had their peaceful time back, and he continued his studies. And a lot of educated people in Cambodia was being killed. So he was one of those people who continue to learn things and contribute to the economy. Sometimes, by right, the way they execute you is they're supposed to hit you behind your head. However, if you curse your killers or the soldiers, right, they will slit your throat instead. Oh my god. We tie the hand back. Yeah, they will slit through the... My God. So if they want to kill you and you say anything mean to them, they slit your throat. Oh my God, this is even disgusting. Okay, so what this is showing is that they will actually take out your gallbladders after you are killed. Normally, normally you're supposed to die and they'll take out your gallbladder. But if you make them angry, right, they'll do it while you're alive. Oh my God. So they use your gallbladder as a medicine. Medicine by the Khmer Rouge leaders. As much as possible, I'm going to try to summarize things to all of you guys. But of course, I do want you guys to come here and read things for yourself. So, okay, I'm learning way more here than the Ton Sen Museum. And this is only my second stop. I've always wondered about the history of Cambodia, so it's gonna be a bit complicated, but try to catch up. So the first civilization was found along the Mekong River in South Vietnam. So the Chinese call them Phu Nan. I'm not sure if that is related to Funan province in China. Anyway, so that was where Cambodia started their civilizations, and they had a kingdom. And they had Buddhism, Hinduism, they practiced all that. But most importantly, right, in the 13th century, they weren't doing well. And, oh my God, they were like being sandwiched between Thailand and Vietnam. So, and they're pretty powerful. So, they were actually being conquered by Thailand in one century. And the other century, they're being conquered by Vietnam. You know, they are being sandwiched by both of these nations. And so what the Cambodian king did was, let me see, so around in the 18th century, right, so the Cambodian king gave up the northwest of Cambodia to Thailand to seek their protection. And the mid-century, they do the opposite. They went to Vietnam to seek protection against the Thai. So previously they seek protection from the Thai against the Vietnam. Mid-century, in the 19th century, they seek protection against the Thai from Vietnam. Then after, in the late 18th century or the mid 18th century, they seek protection from the French against the Vietnam. So they are like, I'm sorry, this is kind of like, this sounds like they're being very fickle-minded. So they're trying to seek protection from their former protector or something like this. So yeah, so once they are under the French rule, right, Japanese came and Japanese tried to arrest the French officers, and what Japan was trying to do for them is they declare Cambodia as an independent country in order to gain favor from Cambodia. So when Japanese surrendered the World War II, the French took over. So you see, Cambodia has a lot of like being conquered by many countries and being attacked by many countries. They seek protection from many countries. So yeah, eventually in the 19th century, right, the prince did work very hard to develop the politics and the economy. However, in the late 19th century, as he left Cambodia for medical checkup, that's when his own people, Marshal Long Nong, tried to launch a coup to depose him, meaning they tried to overthrow him. This is when Cambodia became the Khmer Republic and had a war with Vietnam. And afterwards, the Khmer Rouge genocide happens from 1975 to 1979. Thanks to the war with Vietnam, right, they were being overthrown because they are not exactly a very nice organization. They cause a lot of massacre, tortures and stuff. So some of the Cambodians and other nationality, they actually fled to the Cambodia-Vietnam border to be a rebel. There was quite a number of rebels organization against the Khmer Rouge. So right now, this is what we have right now, Cambodia. Lots of photo about the past. There's some dots here. So during the Khmer Rouge era, they do cut people's head off. This is the shackles where you put your leg through, and this is the weapon they use to cut your head off. So cool. Yeah, and they'll hit you with the gun and stuff like that. Everyone, this is the killing well that was conducted by Khmer Rouge. So people were being killed and hacked until they are about to die and throw them to this well. It's kind of like 1 to 2 meter deep. So there was an organization that dug their bodies up and they placed it here. These are some of the bodies that was killed and thrown all over. During the Khmer Rouge era, this is explaining about the forced marriages that happened during Khmer Rouge regime. So what they do is they will force. Usually Cambodia has a very rich culture of marriage tradition, right? You will have relative of both brides and groom attending the wedding, there'll be music and nice clothes. But during the Khmer Rouge time, right, the marriage was forced. Women have to be married to Khmer Rouge soldiers who are disabled, and and during their wedding they are not allowed to smile. So they are forced to marry, and they will actually check on you. If they see that you're actually not getting well with one another, right, they will re-educate you, which means they will kill you. So some of the women doesn't want to sleep with the husband because they are the one conducting the massacre. They are torturing others. So even though they ran away, they'll be captured by the husband or they'll be raped by the husband. Oh shit! Hey, wait, isn't the husband disabled? Okay. Anyways, so they will actually not meet each other. They only meet once or twice a month, and if they do have kids, right, the kids will be looked after by the elderly. So any kids that were born in that these 3 years, right, they are called 3 years plus, they are called the children of Angkar. So the woman, a few days after she give birth, she have to do hard labor. My goodness. So they're saying there's a lot of negative impact because they feel that their marriages are fake, and they feel like they are being assembled like chickens. They put chickens together and forced to mate, and they say that most people in Cambodia say that this should not happen to human beings. They feel that when it comes to marriages, men and women have the freedom of choosing.